question is that we have different fields studying the same issue. It could be behavioral science, artificial intelligence, economists, sociologists, etc. And the idea was, why don't we put them in a room and they can talk to each other?
This is a conference that's trying to really ask questions about what discrimination is, what we can do about it, and really trying to bring the economics community and other disciplines together to think about this, probably one of the most pressing issues we have in our times. One of the things economics has struggled with in the past is it's had too narrow a focus on the way of looking at the world, and broadening that focus, I think, is a big mission for the next decade.
The University of Chicago has been the center of a lot of efforts to increase diversity in economics. There's just lots of different work happening in different pockets of the world, and really interesting stuff happens at intersections between fields. You can just get really good ideas that emerge from there. So organizing when people are producing work, a conference that allows them to present it, was just something that I wanted to be a part of.
We were really interested in learning and having other people have the opportunity to learn from one another as well, where we can bring in academic researchers from universities like University of Chicago, but also liberal arts universities, also from business, kind of seeing those sorts of perspectives and how different subfields, how different disciplines, how different people study and confront discrimination. And that kind of, I think, informs the structure of the conference, where we have a decent mix of talks, discussants, and very importantly, panels where people can have a conversation.
I've enjoyed the day, just hearing the different presentations. As an applied mathematician, I like being able to quantify discrimination and what does that look like and how that can be explored. So I thought the presentations were great. The content and discussions were quite informative.
I came across this conversation by a tweet, and I took a flight from India. The entire culture of having conversations and discussing about it in terms of how an economics paper can change their perspective just from talking to someone from sociology doing the same thing.
Having someone who has a different perspective participate in the conversation, lend to some of the wisdom that you are trying to gather, right? Trying to garner, I think would be helpful. And I would say the same thing for us in criminal justice. And I say that because of the work that we did, and because I got to work with an economist. Her insight was able to shape my research in a very different way than the direction I had been taking in the past.
It's just such an exciting group of people and of topics. And so the research papers being presented are really cutting edge and pushing the bounds of what we as economists are willing to do and think about when it comes to discrimination and disparities in the economy.